Hello, gorgeous souls. It's Mary from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. Today, I'm going to be giving you a 3-card reading for your week of January 8th to January 16th, 2018. Now, if you are watching this, the way the law of attraction works, after the date that I just said, then don't worry, because the message was meant for you to hear it now, okay? So it doesn't matter. And I'm being guided to read with the Morgan Greer Tarot. This was the first deck that I've ever worked with. This was probably when I was around 12 years old. And these are really cute. They come in a little can and yeah, in a little tin, and I usually just put them in my bag when I go and I do readings and I'm traveling, because I like the sturdiness of it, and they're a lot smaller to work with, so they're just a lot of fun. I guess easier than those bigger cards, because I usually get people to shuffle them when I do my readings, and you know, these are a lot easier. Okay, so before I do all my readings, I say a prayer and to ask for guidance, and so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so calling on to a higher power, calling on to God, Jesus, the Ascended Masters, give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know right here and now. Okay, I'm just shuffling. You know, it doesn't really matter how long I shuffle, it's just whatever feels right. And alrighty. Cutting them in 3 piles. We'll see what Spirit has, what message Spirit has for us. My table's a little bit wobbly. And so the first card is Judgment, Tower, and Empress. Okay, so Judgment, interesting. So I'll just show you what the Judgment card looks like. The Judgment is saying that you have been judging yourself a little too harshly. You have been judging everything around you and being a bit judgmental and just living by the judgment. Now, we all are guilty of this. We all tend to do this. It's just human nature that we tend to we observe, but then we judge afterwards, because it triggers us. It's basically a trigger from somewhere. We don't mean to judge, but sometimes we do, because it's a trigger from us to put down the judgment, because the more we judge, it basically, we're just judging ourselves. It doesn't do us any justice to do that. We're not going to change anything, and it's better to just let things be and as they are, and not to judge. I know that sounds really you know, like, it sounds harsh in a way to say, oh, don't judge that person, don't judge, you know, but we all do it. I mean, we can, you know, if you say you don't, then, you know, it's just saying that, oh, I never have a negative thought. I don't think negative. I don't get upset. I don't get mad. I mean, we all do. It's human nature. We could help it, actually, by acknowledging what we're saying, and catch ourselves. A good way to help us from judging is to just go within and find what is really bothering us. Like, what is it that's really upsetting us, that's triggering our judgment? It could be like, we could judge something so simple, but it's just because we're actually judging ourselves about something because we haven't dealt with it. Now, it sounds harsh, but you know what? When you deal with this, and when you go within and you find that, you actually release yourself. You release all that pain that you're feeling, because everything comes and happens to us for a reason. Even like a relationship, like, I should have done this and I should have done that. It's not going to change it. Like, going back to your past and saying that I should have done this and I should have done that, and I should, you know, you're judging your past, you're judging yourself, and you make yourself feel bad. How do you feel when you get judged? Well, just think about when you are judging your past, or judging a past relationship. I should have behaved this way. You know, all it's doing is just making yourself feel worse, and you're just like a dog chasing its tail, and it's not going to get any better unless you acknowledge and open your eyes and say, oh, what am I doing? You know, so there's a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of things that you can do to catch yourself from that. Okay, second card is, well, the Tower. It looks pretty gruesome. It looks like it's like a major ruin of some kind. Actually, it is ruin. What it represents is renovation. Actually, if you look at it, it's a lightning bolt coming to this building, and these two people are falling out, and they're falling into the water. It's basically just symbolically. I know that these cards look more harsh. That's why I don't usually work with traditional tarot cards anymore, because the meaning doesn't have to mean that exactly, but the meaning is that it's a major renovation in your life. That's how I see the Tower. It's like a major change that's happening to you, for you in your life, like something that you have to tear down. It means that there's a major transition that's happening, and you need to go through it. And if you go through it, you can actually make like more space for yourself, make more room for yourself in your life. If you think about like a building that's being built, we have quite a few. We have like here where I'm at, there's like tons of construction. They're building townhomes, and they're building, you know, buildings and buildings upon buildings. There's no room to move sometimes with all the construction, but it's good because change, represents change happening to your life. So look at your life right now and say, you know, what am I doing that I need to change? Is it a behavior pattern? Is it something that I keep going back to? Something that I keep thinking about and I keep, you know, repeating over and over? Well, it's time to do something about it. It doesn't mean that you have to change everything overnight or, you know, renovate it all overnight, but you can change little steps. Taking little steps at a time can do wonders. You don't have to, Rome wasn't built in a day, so, you know, whatever your situation is and what you want to build on and create wasn't either. So you got to think about that. And even if it's when it comes to soulmates, okay, so for instance, if your soulmate, as you're on like maybe a separate terms or something, like you're separated from that person, you can always change that. You can change the behavior right now by changing yourself and doing what you need to do by, if I put it with judgment, if you think about it, and you know, instead of judging the situation and judging the relationship and judging, oh, he's never gonna or she's never gonna change and she's just this way and she's that way and you know, this is the way my life is, you know, change that. It's negative thinking. You know, I'm just giving you examples because that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm just giving you an example of it. I mean, there's more to it, and I can explain more to you. When I do my readings, I usually go in further detail about it specifically for you, for the person that I'm reading for, because I'm a soulmate reader. And I specialize on love, and I feel that this is hitting a lot of people with love, especially. Now, even if you're not in a relationship and you're not looking for love, or you're single or something, and it's like, you know what, there's a reason why, like maybe you're separated because you need to be alone, or that person needs to be alone. So sometimes we need to be single for a while before we can find our true love. And maybe you're not interested, and if you think you're not interested, that's fine. Love can be somewhere else. It can be loving yourself. Maybe your love can also relate to your whatever you love, so it doesn't have to mean to another person, okay, if that makes any sense. So it's about loving yourself first. So maybe you've been judging and neglecting yourself, and it's time that you actually look at what you have been neglecting and what you have been, you know, not looking at, and what do you need to put more focus on and more attention onto. We're in a new year, you know, and we set New Year's resolutions all the time. You know, I really don't believe in so much of New Year's resolutions. Yeah, it's fun to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna lose the last 10 pounds, or I'm gonna, you know, whatever, or I'm just, whatever you're gonna say, you know, for your New Year's resolution. But you know what? Instead, any time can be a New Year's resolution. It doesn't have to mean, even if you failed, if you feel like I didn't start it this time, so I failed. No, anytime you can start it. It doesn't matter. The time is now, because yesterday doesn't matter and tomorrow doesn't matter. Those are just memories and just thoughts. What matters is right now, here in this moment. And what do you need to do? What do you need to focus on at this moment? So just look at that and just be very proactive at it, okay? Third card is this Six of Swords, and you can see that with all the glare. Yeah, they're leaving. They're in a boat. They're on a boat, and they're going towards it. If you can see this, there's like land here, right? There's like a new land, and they are leaving the rough waters. They're leaving everything that's been murky. So if you can see the murky waters here, and they're going on to smooth waters, and it's sunny, and it looks much more brighter, and it looks happier. And that's really what that's telling you, is that right now you're finding the solution towards all of this. This is amazing because this is telling you that something like beautiful is happening, something opening energies are happening. You know, this can also relate to something new that you're starting, something new that you're undertaking. And also it represents communications. If you've been lack of communicating with someone, then there's going to be some communication with that person that you've been wanting to connect with, or you're going to get messages. Something is just going to click. But at the same time, it doesn't have to mean a person. It can relate to, you know, just getting that feeling like, I got it, you know, because there's been a lot of stress on you. And when you're in this judgment phase, this is really stressful. It can be. This is a very stressful time for you at the moment. You're feeling stressed, and I can feel it right here in the solar plexus. So when you're feeling really stressed in your solar plexus, you kind of feel like there's knots in your stomach, and that's when you tend to, when I say judge, the judgment card comes up. It's like you feel like nothing feels easy and positive. It just feels like all like everything in your world, and that is why you judge, because you're not in a good place. And it's important to bring yourself to a positive place if you can. Like the Tower card said, do something about it. Break down the old thinking patterns. Move your body, you know. Start some, like, do some movement. Now, when I say when I say movement and everything, it changes the whole pattern that's in your life. And if you keep repeating the same pattern in your life, well, obviously there's a message. Spirit wants you to live your life and be happy. You are blessed. You are meant to be happy and blissful. You know, we all are meant to be loving and happy. But you know, we got these challenges that come into our way, and we can't help it. Sometimes we feel like we can't help it. It's basically, when I say we feel like we can't help it, because we can help it. We can actually work through it. There's tools out there. You know, there's things that you can do to bring yourself into a happier state and a blissful state. I work with crystals, and I like to work with aventurine. I have it on today, and it's really helping me to open my heart, and it really does. It makes me feel more in touch with who I truly am, to look at those things that I need to work on, that I need to look at. And I'm also working with, well, first of all, before I started the reading, I was working with Anchor by doTERRA. It's from the yoga collection, and it helps me to stay grounded and stay put and stay, you know, focused on what I need to tell you from Spirit, because I'm facilitating messages. I'm just the male woman, just delivering, okay? And I also work with Zengest. I actually took a few drops of this. I drank a couple drops. And it's good for the solar plexus. And it's also good for our digestion, and it's really good for the hormones. It's good for a lot of stuff, but it actually helps you with if you got like acid reflux, and I had a little bit of a indigestion of some sort. So I took it, and it just took it away. It has like a peppermint licorice kind of taste, and it is amazing, and it really helps to be clear. It helps me to be a clearer channel. I work with lots of different healing modalities and oils and crystals and colors, and you know, you name it, I have it. I love to work with it, and I love to dive into that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that it's really good for you to engage into different things and try different things and move your body. And that's another good thing. Working out, that's another way of healing your energy system. You know, I taught a Zumba class. That's another thing that I love to do, and I love Zumba because it's dancing and it's exercise in disguise. So you don't even realize it. You're sweating and detoxing, all that stuff. And when you detox and when you clear, you actually can see clear, you can feel clear, and those feelings of judgment and negativity and fear-based thoughts and paranoia, and we're all guilty of that. We all tend to get that because we're human. It's human nature. We have less of that. So, you know, working on you is what is the message. It's taking and working and being proactive. So if you have been saying that you're going to do something and, oh, I'm going to do it, well, do it. You know, just take the step. Don't be afraid to just embark on it and engage. You'd be so happy and be so surprised by what you can accomplish. Like looking at the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords says, clear water is up ahead of you. changes. It's like the storm clearing, and that is an amazing thing. And don't be afraid to take it, okay? And I sorry, I can keep going on and on and on. I'm just trying to get off of, trying to get on point and deliver that message. So that is the message for you to do, and just take it and just, you know, fly with it. I'm going to be doing some live events coming up soon. I've been really busy with Dave not feeling well, and also with the holidays that rolled around. I didn't have time, and I know I said that I emailed you guys and told you that I was going to, but I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live readings where I'm going to be taking your questions. Oh, Facebook, YouTube, I'm not sure. Like I'm actually, I don't know, Instagram. I have quite a few gadgets, so I'm gonna be putting these things around. So look for that. But I would first ask you if you can subscribe to all these channels that I have, like subscribe to YouTube, to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Facebook channel, and also to Instagram. You can find me under Psychic Soulmate, and just, you know, subscribe to it or add me or whatever, whatever they tell you to do. So, and also you can go to my newsletter as well, my email, sorry, my website, which is psychicsoulmatereading.com, and you'll see on the top it says sign up. What you do is just sign up, and I give you a free question. I have been a little bit slow on answering your questions. Please, I apologize. I have had the workload of so many readings and so many things going on this week that it's been really taking me a while to get back to everybody's question. But I take my time when I do my readings, all of them. I don't like to rush a reading, and you wouldn't want your reading to be rushed, would you? No. So it can take me a couple of weeks. It's been going on to, some people it's been going on to like 3 and 4 weeks. So I apologize, but I'm gonna get to your reading as quickly as I can. I plan to do some more this week, so just be patient. But my point was, sign up to my newsletter, and I'm also offering a free meditation, audio meditation. I'm also offering a free coloring book that I sketched myself, and it's an affirmation love coloring book. So go ahead, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and just subscribe to my newsletter. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and hope you have an awesome, beautiful week. Peace and blessings. Namaste.